Hey kids, this is Aaron from the podcast That Wouldn't Die, and Kevin and I use Zencastr. You think you're better than us, that you're using something else? You're wrong. Zencastr's the place to be. Who are you to deny it?
It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code DIEHARD and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same experiences we do for all our podcasting and content needs. It's time for you to share your story.
Only a fool will give up a chance for a 30% discount.
Hello, brother.
Bill.
The monkey that likes killing our family. It's back. It must be vanquished.
Why don't you vanquish it, huh, Bill?
Welcome to the latest episode of the podcast That Wouldn't Die. I'm your host, Kevin. With me, as always, is Aaron.
Hey!
This week, we're discussing the new classic, I guess, in quotation marks.
The big quote. Yeah, that's a bold statement, Brother Bear.
It's The Monkey. The Monkey that came out in January of last year.
You literally paused because you couldn't remember what the hell we were going to talk about.
No, I remembered. I was trying to forget. Is this reality? And then
I remembered to forget.
what is it in Memento? I can't remember to forget, or something along those lines. Because he's got that.
I only watched that movie once.
Memento is great.
Because then I was like, oh, once the truth is revealed, I'm like, dude, you're a bad person.
He is a bad person. Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
The Monkey, starring Theo James from Insurgent, Divergent. Those were the names of the books and the movies that I was talking about. The Divergent series of books.
You're acting a little divergent right now.
You're divergent. You're the one. Tatiana Maslany, who is from that show Orphan Black. It was a very popular show that came out a few years ago. Not ringing bells. Do you know?
I have heard of Orphan Black. Never seen an episode.
Well, I guess she plays like
what is it? Black Mirror, Orphan Black, all this stuff. Phone. I know nothing.
No, it's she plays I guess there's a bunch of clones or something. So she plays like a bunch of different roles on the show. I've never seen it in my life and I don't know much about it, but it seems
like it's up your alley, or at least your children's alley.
It's very popular, or was. I don't know if it's still popular. Adam Scott is in this movie for about 30 seconds at the very beginning, and then you never see him again. So that's good. And then many, many, many Canadian actors are all over this place.
It's Canada's greatest hits. It's SCTV and this.
100%. Aaron, what's the latest? What's going on with you?
All right. I'm greatly influenced by TikTok. So I've been on TikTok because, Oasis is a thing. And so far, the brothers have managed to continue on. Next stop, they're coming to LA. They're coming to Pasadena. I was like, ooh. So then they started showing me, there's all these collabs. So there's the Oasis. The official merch is Adidas wear. So it's this Oasis, Adidas.
Why do you pronounce it that way, by the way?
It's called Adidas. It's not Adidas.
Fair enough.
Adidas.
You know why it's called Adidas, by the way, since we're going to talk about this for 10 minutes?
It translates to adios, motherfucker.
From the original German. No,
it's the brothers.
It's correct. Adi Das was the guy's name. Adi, short for Adolf, because there was a time in Germany when Adolf was just a name.
It was just a name.
No longer.
So his brother, was his name Mr. Puma?
He was Puma. Is what they called him.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Also a very popular name in Germany.
Pooh. Yes, from the original German. Yes, they were all in one shoe company, and they had a disagreement. And they split up. Adidas became very successful. Puma, the other brother, formed Puma. It's still hanging around, as far as I know.
Still hanging around.
Still hanging around. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So anyway, all the Oasis merch is an Adidas collab, and I was like, ooh, that of athleisure wear, I'm Adidas. So
do you have like a tracksuit that you wear from time to time?
I do, and I have a fuzzy hat. I look like Run DMC. my white tennis shoes with the black strap.
Absolutely, you're Reverend Run.
Dude, I am. This is Run's house right here.
Do you know why they're called Run DMC?
No.
There's two guys who do all the rapping, Run and DMC.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know them enough to even know who their names were. They were just in the stratosphere.
And Jam Master Jay spun the whatever.
He was the boy Spinderella.
He was the boy Spinderella. 100%. Go ahead. Sorry.
So anyway, so there's these pop-up shops that are massive now. It's opened in LA for this Oasis merch, and it looks so good. So I was like, but then I'm not buying merch for a show I don't go to. So now TikTok has convinced me. So I was like, okay, maybe I can go see Oasis. I mean, yeah, there's like 4 songs I really like, but I'm sure it's going to be an amazing vibe.
Let me drop a hot take on you. Sorry to interrupt you on Oasis. When I was in college, Oasis' big album. They may have had 15 albums before this, but the album that had Wonderwall on it was huge. And I don't know if it's just something about my personality, my desire to be kind of obstinate, and
you decided you hate it.
I decided I hate it. I mean, and you know what? I'll say this: Wonderwall, catchy, but I don't give a shit. These people were like literally like at the altar when I was in college of Oasis.
It's a made up thing.
What do you mean?
There's no Wonderwall. What the f***'s a Wonderwall?
It's gibberish. That's my issue.
Gibberish.
It is goddamn gibberish. So I was one of those people who did not give a damn about Oasis. And if I'm being really honest,
Look Back in Anger. What about Look Back in Anger? And honestly, my favorite song by Oasis, this is so mentally retarded, it's the opening theme from the Royal Family that we used to watch.
Was Oasis?
Yeah, it's an Oasis song.
Sweet Jesus. No, you know
this old town don't smell so pretty, and I can see the warning signs. You never heard that?
I never heard it in my
life.
Running
around my mind.
Okay. I think what it is, and this goes back to even further to high school when Nirvana hit the charts. I am very much somebody who's like, if you're a rock star who just bitches and moans all the time, I'm out. I want happy
no
rock
Morrissey?
Star.
Is that what you're saying? You're out for Morrissey with his
that goes without saying.
Wins away, Morrissey.
I want happy rock stars. I do not want sullen, bitchy Moreau in their mansions bitching. God damn it! Why do people like me? I'm not down with that. Anyway, so go ahead.
Anyway, I'm looking at bootleg seats for I don't know. $300, God knows where, in this massive sea of humans. And then it's your birthday weekend. So I will not be going to see Oasis.
I rained on your parade? My bad.
So my saving $300 is my gift to you.
Did I destroy the plan? Was the plan for us all to go see Oasis? And I said, no, I want to go karaoke.
That's right. We tried to get your wife to put it on her credit card, put the whole family tickets to Oasis.
100%.
We're going to take magic mushrooms and dance around the stands. And in the end, she just wouldn't do it.
She's not down with that. Not down with that.
We heard Oasis was your favorite band. So
after all, you're my Wonderwall. Anyway, that's neither here nor
there. Back to Nirvana, they were all right. I think I had Nevermind. I was really more of a Pearl Jam.
I was
Eddie
more of a
Vedder,
Pearl Jam person too. Although
dude, he's got that bluesy,
he does.
soulful voice.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Now, make no mistake, Eddie Vedder went through that period where he was just like, I'm just, I'm above all this shit.
Oh,
I can barely talk. I'm so above this. Interviews is just like, where am I? What am I doing here anyway?
I'm a tortured poet. Yeah.
I hate
I
that shit.
trust. We just saw him last year. He's still full of himself. That and rolled on stage with drinking out of a giant bottle of wine.
Oh,
I don't
perfect.
know.
Like a jug.
Like it was expensive wine. So I was like, oh, brother, you must be getting long in the tooth for this show. I told you he joined Crowded House. This is the old
Did he
Hunter
really?
Festival, and he like tackled. Is it Tim Finn or Neil Finn? I always
Okay.
forget which brother. I was like, you're gonna break that old man. Tim sounds great, but I mean, what is he, 70?
If he's a
He
day.
doesn't. I mean, and who towers over Eddie Vedder? Eddie Vedder's 5'6". So an angry, drunken leprechaun comes and tackles somebody who I thought was 5'6", who's apparently a giant compared to Eddie Vedder.
Right.
But I was like, and now Eddie, he's fucking getting bluesy, so he can't sing along because he's now going to change up the lyrics.
I hate
that.
I'm going to add that to the list of shit I hate. I hate it.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, there are people, and we've talked about this before, people love to go and listen to live music and let the artist cook, like jazz, like they're just improvising and I'm adding some lyrics, I'm adding some notes. Hell to the no. I want it to sound like it does on my goddamn CD, on my MP3 player. That's how I want it. Don't try to add some flavor to it now, 30 years later. I want it this way. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, then bill it as a special acoustic jazz night or something. I mean, don't get me wrong. I saw Olivia Newton-John,
Huh?
and she did a slow, jazzy version of "Let's Get Physical." Because let's face it, that was really not one of my favorite songs.
That song sucks.
So that song sucks.
It does.
But it sounded better in this altered. Don't take a gem and fuck it up.
No.
Take one of your lesser songs that nobody gives a shit about, and if you could improve it, then I'm down for that. I'm there to sing at the fucking top of my lungs. I've just spent like $32 on 2 craft beers, and now I'm ready to sing.
100%. Well, it's kind of that thing where you, on one end of the spectrum, Becky and I went and saw Hall & Oates when they were still together, and Hall, he doesn't sing it the same way twice, ever. He's always, no matter what it is, he's going to add some, and you're like, well, hang on. Daryl!
Is there like a random Neil Schon guitar solo now since there's no Oates? Just get up the whole thing.
That's what it is. Now I'm unleashed. Hall unleashed. He's just doing his own thing. The other side of the spectrum is I'll go see these guys who can't quite hit the notes the way they used to, and then they put the microphone out to the audience. I don't want that either. I'm not. What the hell are we doing here?
It's like the Beat, and I can't remember the name of Dave Wakely's other band, where brother is touring, he's singing every single night. His voice is it's not even vocal fry,
it's just shredded.
Right. So he's got some dude who looks like a fake Rankin Roger who's picking up most of the vocal style in now.
Have you seen those videos for the Four Seasons where it's like,
oh God, he looks like a robot. Oh my God.
Well, you knew it was bad because it was the Four Seasons with Frankie Valli, where he doesn't even count as one of the Four Seasons. So there's 5 dudes on the stage, but the dude is so goddamn old. Frankie Valli is so old that he just stands there like a zombie and kind of mumbles, and then you hear like a fake track come out of his mouth. Oh, what a night. Right. Anyway, that night.
Let's go one more. Oh my God. Who's the country singer who had the stroke?
I don't know. You have to give me more than that. What do you sing?
You've been too gone for too long. It's too late to turn back now. Don't you remember that one?
I have never heard that
On
song in
the
my
other,
life.
on the other hand, there's a golden band to remind me of someone
You
who would
karaoke that
not
at my
understand.
house, and I'd never heard it at that time either.
Anyway, your wife would know. I'm blanking on his
George
name, but
Jones or somebody? I
no,
mean, who the hell?
no, George Jones, get out of here.
Conway Twitty? I have no idea.
It's not that far gone. Anyway, it'll cut by his name. I can visually see him. But anyway, he's had a stroke and is in a wheelchair. So I was sitting, I was at work, and I got a pop up. We have like a Fox Theater that does concerts besides
Okay.
movies. So I was like, holy shit, this dude's is coming to Bakersfield. I was like, this is going to be amazing. He said, I mean, it's older country. That's what I like. I don't like current country. So, but then I was like, wait a minute, didn't he have a fucking stroke a couple of years ago? So we Googled it because we're both, me and this other lady at work were like, oh my God, yeah, he can't sing. So, and he has a new album. So they've
Oh,
taken
no.
vocal samplings of the past, and I think he just kind of goes up there and
Just
and
wheel out.
mumbles it, and it blows over. But the new album is like samplings of all his old songs. So I was like, no, and they're charging you like it's a full blown concert.
No, they're defiling his corpse to try to squeeze out as any nickels they can
Dude,
get.
that's next for Frankie Valli.
Oh, God help us. Anyway, we're
Yeah.
20 minutes into the podcast. Maybe we should talk about this movie.
No,
Aaron.
I have to Google.
Oh, why don't we all wait for that silently, Aaron? That's always good pod. We should have like a song that we cut into. Here's Aaron Googling.
Well, I was trying to find my wind-up monkey, and I think I put it in with my Halloween stuff.
Aaron, just look it up later. Drop that pearl in there halfway in the middle of the show.
Randy Travis.
Randy Travis.
Randy Travis. You've heard of Randy Travis.
Yes, I have heard of Randy Travis.
Just none of his songs, apparently.
Just the Oak Ridge Boys? Is this
the Oak Ridge
Alabama?
Boys?
Anyway, go ahead. Give us your 30-second synopsis of The Monkey, please.
There's a fucking monkey that's one of those wind-up toys, but it's about 100 times larger than any of those toys. A couple of kids found it in a hat box in their dad's closet. And whenever you wind it up, somebody's going to die. When the final drum beat goes down, someone's going to die. And one kid's just being tortured. His brother's an asshole. His mother's a saint. So finally he's had enough. So he winds it up. And his mom drops dead. So they realize that the monkey is bad. They hide it in a well, go on with their lives. They're twins. They split apart, cut forward to the future, and you see the younger brother visiting his child, who he sees once a year because he's got this fucking monkey curse on him. The brother, who looks like the guy from The Frighteners, shows up. Because now he realized it's his twin brother's fault that his mother died, and he wants his nephew to wind up the monkey till his brother dies. Meanwhile, a whole town is on fire. He keeps winding it up. Shit's falling from the sky. Sounds like a great idea. Too bad it was so boring. The end.
Boom! Boom, boom, boom. So this was your first viewing, right?
I believe it'll be the first and final.
Had you ever heard of it? You must have seen ads for it. It was earlier this year.
I mean, I saw the name, and I just assumed it was a remake of Monkey Shines.
Not a remake. What's funny is I would see ads for The Monkey. First of all, directed by Osgood Perkins of Longlegs fame, essentially.
Well, Longlegs was interesting. This was not. Yes. Sorry, we're going to call this your sophomore try. They're always shit, and we're going to hope for better things next.
Based on the short story by Stephen King.
First
you
of
know
all,
that?
it pissed me off. Isn't everything based on a short story by Stephen King?
Well,
When
did
is
you
it
read?
not?
It's from. It was from the short story collection, The Skeleton Crew. And if you bought the paperback of The Skeleton Crew, on the cover was the monkey with this. It
I
was
can't
actually
even remember. I
yes. I don't
assume
remember
I
it either.
read it. I know I read Night Shift.
It
What
was
are
the
some of the
second
other
one.
stories? What are some of the stories?
I
Can't
think the
remember.
Mist. I think the Mist was in Skeleton Crew. Um,
No, there's a 50-50 chance I read it because that basically in high school I stopped reading Stephen King after I read the last bullshit novel.
you read Pet Cemetery and you were
Yeah.
outraged and vowed never to read another book.
It was like I spent all my babysitting money, Pet Cemetery, Christine. I was like, we're going down it. How do you go to the stand to fucking Christine? Come on.
We've talked about this before. That I found
It's like drinking a flat soda.
the 100%. The earlier Stephen King novels oftentimes were truly scary. Truly
Yes,
scary. And then
truly
what happened,
disturbing.
I think through the 80s, the books got longer,
Yeah.
less scary,
Like Harry Potter.
and 100%. And the endings were either non-existent, including Pet Cemetery, were either non-existent or truly lousy. Where you're just like, what the? I just read 700 pages of this, and this is what you do to me. So,
I feel like once, as a writer, when you're starting off, you have editors. Now, once you get that power, this is the curse of. I can't say Harry Potter because I've actually never read a Harry Potter book.
truly.
But Anne Rice,
Oh,
Stephen
100%.
King, they're not listening to editors anymore. No. And this is why you've got Craposaurus.
I agree.
You gotta have an editor. You gotta have a
I
good
agree.
editor that's not your wife, Stephen King.
100%. But okay, so I would see the posters and I'd be like, maybe I'll see it. The curse of me, generally speaking, is that horror movies are hard for me to go to the movies to see unless I roll by myself, which I'm not at the place where I'm like, I'm cool just rolling to see the movie by myself. I like to be a
Dude,
communal experience.
I'm going tomorrow at 10:15 in the morning
You're
by myself because, again, is it better to go
or
by
not go.
yourself than
Right.
not at all?
I agree. That's fair. Fair enough. But what interesting started happening is my eldest, Grace, who you've met.
I have met my niece, as a matter of fact.
She kept coming in and going, Dad, have you seen the commercial for the monkey? And she thought it was hilarious. Hilarious. There's a line in the commercial. It's not anywhere in the movie. The line is, the monkey that's been killing our family is back, and it must be vanquished. And she was like, I'm in. So
that might have hooked me too, because that sounds ridiculous.
Well, and you could tell that the movie was meant to be kind of funny. Like they were going for funny here.
No, it literally billed as a horror comedy, which of course usually means not scary and not funny.
Correct. And we're going to talk about particularly why it's not scary even in a little bit. So when it came out, Grace wanted to go, Lucy wanted to go, so the three of us all went and watched it. And I was already rubbing my hands, ready to just laugh and laugh and laugh. And you know what I didn't do?
Laugh?
Even once.
Yeah.
Even once. There were moments that were amusing a little bit, but there was never any like true knee slappers.
Even in American Werewolf in London, some of the Griffin Dunn stuff I kind of guffawed, you know.
Absolutely.
Also, not a good comedy horror.
Well, hang on. Pump the brakes there, Aaron. I think you've lost your GD mind. American
I
Werewolf
like
London
an
is
American
great.
Werewolf in London, but it's not very funny. Griffin Dunn's the only part that's funny.
You walk a fine line. You walk a line.
The nurse is molesting him.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. I think we can all agree on that. You do. Well, it's like you say, you walk that line where it's neither fish nor fowl, right?
Yeah.
Where it's neither scary nor funny. So you just hope that the funny parts are funny and the scary parts are scary.
Because there can be moments when things are
Yes,
funny. You just
correct.
can't have they just can't happen at the same time.
Can't happen at the same time. And I always say the worst thing, because I can handle not scary scares. Not scary scares don't hit me viscerally like non-funny jokes do. Non-funny jokes, like, it makes me want to grind my teeth. And this movie
is full of them.
It had its share. Let's just say that. It had share.
Obviously, if we're hanging out with Osgood Perkins, he's not known for a knee slapper. Who wrote this script? He obviously, yeah,
probably did. Now, okay, but let me.
They try so hard to channel that the future brother as the dude from all of our movies. It's so. I mean, his hair is slicked back.
Yeah, like a
wearing
mullet.
his funeral suit.
Yes.
That's like a crop top. I mean, I see that he thinks that this is some dark comedy, but I was like, you're just trying to channel this other dude, and it's not as good.
It's not.
I'd rather have him. Is he still alive? Bring him back.
Let me say this. I did not hate this movie, but I did not love this movie. I did not love it even a little bit. I think I don't want to lead in saying, God, this is a worthless piece of shit. It wasn't that. It was just kind of like just below mediocre, I would say.
I don't hate. I guess I don't hate it. I just don't like it.
I don't like it. That's what it is. I don't like it. I don't hate it. I've seen worse, but it's by no means.
Is it Cannibal Holocaust? No, it's not.
No, it's not. Fair.
Is it From Beyond?
Whoa! I think you lost me on that one. From Beyond. Now that is a true classic. Aaron, let's jump right into the highlights. We're 30 minutes in, and we have not said one thing about this.
I cannot wait because I literally wrote down 3 sentences.
Lay it on me.
So, first highlight is the monkey's too fucking big. Why is it so fucking big?
It's the size of a baby, right? Kind of thing.
Like your mom's not going to notice this fucked up, crazy giant monkey.
Okay.
I mean, the little an old jacked up toy, because I have one from Nana's house. Mine has symbols.
And there's a reason this one doesn't, and we're going to talk about it. It's in the book it has symbols.
Right.
Not a drum. So that's interesting.
But the drum is fine or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's cymbals or drum, but it's way too big. I can't even, I don't know, 2 feet by 2 feet. It's too big.
Okay.
And the problem is.
Go ahead.
The problem is the monkey itself really isn't scary. You take the key out. Problem solved.
Well, it's funny. The biggest issue in terms of this movie is the fact that the monkey's a loaded gun is essentially what this is. The monkey's a loaded gun.
Russian roulette. It's Russian roulette.
But that's the thing. If you put the gun in a drawer and lock the drawer, problem solved. Movie over. Movie over. The reason that there's only chaos is because there are really the bad brother who keeps insisting on turning the key because of his weirdness. But yeah, it's the monkey is not turning his own key. It's when a person turns the goddamn key that it causes problems. So
I mean, your mind tries to solve these problems. So the other problem with the monkey is what happens when you die. Someone's going to find the monkey. Someone's going to turn the key. But correct. I guess it ain't going to be your problem then.
I went back and I briefly read the synopsis of the book or the short story, The Monkey.
Right.
And I hope you're sitting down. There's no twin brothers. There's nothing.
Quite frankly, do you need a twin brother?
That was a choice made for comedic reasons because they wanted Theo James, British actor, Theo James, to play dual roles for some reason. I don't know what that reason is, but for some reason.
Do you get 2 salaries if you're playing 2 characters?
I don't
Or
think
do they
so.
just give you a bigger one? And why is that guy I hate from Parks and Rec in this? Is that supposed to be their dad? Who
Adam
is that
Scott
supposed
is
to
their
be?
dad. Yes. He's in the very beginning of the movie, and there's no explanation where the monkey came from, just that the dad had it.
And then how does it get wrapped up back in the box in his stuff?
I think
Gift wrap.
there's something to be said for that there is some magic with the fucking monkey. Right?
It's attached to you. So you can't get rid of it. Or is it like if you give it to someone and they agree to take it? I don't know.
Unclear.
That transaction didn't quite work out.
One thing that happens is that at the beginning or in the middle of the movie, when the young brothers are like, we got to get rid of this monkey, they throw it down the well. Later, it's revealed that the asshole brother goes back down to get it, but all he finds is the key.
Right.
All he finds is the key. So for his adulthood, he is now looking for the monkey. And somehow the monkey appears in the aunt's garage sale.
Right.
It's been 20 years or 30 years or however long it's been. So unclear. Again, no one has died by virtue of the monkey in 20 years. All is well until the brother gets his hands on it again. Are you doing smelling salts? What's happening over there? Sniffing glue?
I just found this perfume that has glitter in it. And it says Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker. And I was thinking to myself, when would I have bought some shitty perfume like this? And yet it is sitting in front of me.
Oh my God. It's already started.
The monkey! He leaves celebrity perfumes with glitter wherever you go. That's how you know where he's been.
And you know that's at least 20 years old. And this was circa Sex in the City, the first run.
Maybe these are just her old flaky skin is what's
oh
in
no
the bottle. And it's not Sex in the City. It's and just like that. And just like that.
Does it say that on there?
Rash. You just break out in a rash. And just like that.
Very upsetting. Very upsetting.
So the monkey boomerang back at grandma's or auntie's basement. The swingers.
But the timeline doesn't make sense because
of course it doesn't make sense.
The brother doesn't get the monkey back until after the garage sale, right?
Ooh.
Because the weird
correct. But grandma heard the monkey sounds. The aunt heard the monkey sounds, and that's how she ended up getting killed. Yes. So this does not go with the story. So
no, it does
how
not compute.
Is it? Who wound it up? Does not compute. Bullshit meter going off again.
You're right. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Suddenly, 20 years later, the aunt, who is played by what is her name? She's
familiar.
She's Eugene Levy's daughter from Schitt's Creek. Like they're his real life daughter. That's how I know this is super Canadian, because she was on Schitt's Creek playing like the waitress at the diner or whatever. That was Eugene Levy's real daughter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I thought you meant the girl who played his daughter.
No, his actual daughter. Because Eugene Levy's son played his son. And
right. How does she not have those eyebrows?
That's an excellent question. Right. Yeah, 100%.
She spent years on laser.
That's correct. Because we've talked about this. When you're a guy, you can have the full Abe Vigoda and no one questions it. If you're a girl, you better get in there with a scalpel and some tweezers and do what you got to do. Am I right?
And let me ask you this. Eugene Levy, Jeff Goldblum, how do this is why men are f***ed up. You can be the weirdest looking dude in your youth, but at some point, the older you get, at one point you will be attractive.
That is kind of crazy. You look at Eugene Levy from the 80s. Eugene Levy in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Now 100%. He's in suits. He's trim. He's always been trim, but He's all cleaned up and,
Yes.
he looks
He's
great.
kind of handsome now. Isn't that weird?
Yes, exactly.
No.
You man, one more thing. We're over here. Women are over here turning into men, and y'all just keep getting better looking. You
Now,
bastards.
I do want to say that not every man turns into an Adonis once they hit 50. I'm sad to say. So, such is life. Such is life. Anyway, oh god damn it. So let's talk about this plot a little bit, because for the first half of the movie, it's the two twin brothers. There's the narrator character, the nice brother,
Right.
who's basically a doormat. I was watching it
Right.
with Lucy, and Lucy was just like, "Oh, There were times where it's like the brother made him do shit, and he just did it. Right?
Yeah.
It was like,
You never see that the brother's gonna hit him or anything.
no.
But clearly, very neglectful mother, so she probably deserved to have her brain explode. But like, really, you're not seeing all this shit going on in your house? I'm like, good lord.
Right, because the other twin is a full-fledged, unrepentant asshole. Like
Asshole.
just a ridiculous, I struggle to even envision this character appearing in reality, in the world.
Yeah.
Just nonstop.
It's just on 24/7. The only time it was like after the funeral, like right when they split, he started acting normal. Like they went and got rid of the monkey together, and then it's like, what, 25 years later.
Right. Well, and I guess when they threw the monkey in the well in their childhood, they basically said that they hadn't seen each other in 10 years, and they hadn't even spoken to each other on the phone in 5. Because the one was just, he had like in high school, he seemingly had like a gang of women that did his bidding and shit. Like, stole his pants and made him walk home in his underwear.
Yeah.
And like, there's a pep rally and they show up with bananas because he said, oh God, what did he say? He's like, I want the monkey to suck my banana or something along those lines. I'm trying to remember what the line was. And then at school, they pelt him with bananas. He comes home from school covered in banana shit.
Oh yeah, it was disgusting.
It was vile. But that's what made the brother finally snap and say, I'm going to go turn the key on the monkey.
Because I want my brother dead. I've had enough.
Right. I've had enough of his shit. So I'm going to say, kill my brother, kill my brother. And this is when there's the reveal where the monkey doesn't do requests.
Yeah.
The monkey
It's
doesn't
arbitrary,
do requests.
just like life.
And that's on the box, like life. That's what it means. That it's totally arbitrary. They think if you're the one turning the key, you won't be killed. But
there's
anybody, there's no proof of that. Although the evil brother turned the key a number of times and nothing happened. To him,
that does not equal science.
It's a small sample size.
It's his theory.
That's the theory. But it is. It's just random people will die. It's like Final Destination, where they die in bizarre ways.
The babysitter gets her head cut off at Benihana's.
Which
it slides onto the grill.
Let's pump the brakes. Have you ever had a situation where the mom calls the babysitter and the babysitter's like, hey, hop in the car. We're going to Benihana's.
I'm going to spend $38 for each one of you to go eat some overcooked shrimp and some rice with some dude who's probably not Japanese and was hired a week before.
100%. No, the answer is no. The answer is no. We're getting leftovers out of the fridge.
It's peanut butter at my house.
You better feed yourself because I'm going to be on the couch making out with my boyfriend.
Making out with my boyfriend.
So you're on your own. And if you tell anybody, I'll beat the shit out of you. How about that?
I'll burn you with a cigarette.
I'll burn you,
little boy.
I'll burn you with my lit Newport right between the eyes. So she's the first to go, which we now know that the kids now know that the monkey will cause these deaths, essentially. Now, this movie did a lot of kind of violence is funny, like over the top gore is hilarious. Was kind of their MO in this movie.
And yet it really didn't work that well.
It didn't seem to. It's go ahead.
It I don't know if it's not over enough. I think that just the setups are wrong.
There was the first scene with Adam Scott where he's trying to sell the monkey at the pawn shop. The dude, you knew somebody's going to die because we're walking into the theater. We kind of know what's happening with this. So when the dude gets hit, the guy behind the counter gets hit with a spear gun. The spear goes right through his chest. We're like, oh, geez. Okay. It's not over yet. No. It's not over yet. Somehow it's a retractable spear gun, which pulls the spear back out, and all of his guts, like a long line of intestines, get dragged out. And that's really the spotlight of get ready. This is the level of viscera you will be dealing with.
I was like, okay, I'm right. I'm like, Adam Scott, I fucking hate him, but whatever. But this, I was like, okay. And then it just never really.
Right.
I mean, we're used to over the top. We love Dario Argento. You know, that could have been something out of there if the person had black leather gloves. We like Quentin Tarantino. We love Quentin Tarantino. Over the top. Love it. Love it. More blood in the hall. But yeah, I don't know why. I cannot tell you why it's not funny. It just isn't. It's not right. A black comedy enough.
It's not. And there's a scene. They keep going to these funerals. And there's the weirdly young priest who comes out at every funeral and very quickly drops some F-bombs. Oh, and you're kind of like, oh, that's kind of funny. And then you're like, he does the rest of his sermon, and you're like, oh, that was it. That was the highlight of the comedy.
Not that funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where clearly he's dropping F-bomb, doesn't know who the person is that he's doing the eulogy for. And I have been to those funerals.
Oh, absolutely.
But, it just didn't go over the goalpost or whatever sports metaphor you want to throw in.
It didn't go through the hoop. It didn't go over the wall. It didn't go into the net.
Nah. You're like, huh? Oh.
Wah, wah. It is. I sat in my seat in the theater, ready to laugh. Like my laughter bone was primed and ready, and it died of boredom. It was just like minor chuckle. Is that it? Is that all we got? Okay. I guess I want to lean back in my chair now and eat my popcorn. Yeah, there were a lot of those.
I think the closest they got was really the end of the movie. You could see they thought they were going somewhere, but it just didn't work. It just didn't work. I mean, it was kind of funny that the whole town's on fire. Planes are flying out of the sky. I thought it was like the cabin at the end of the woods by the end. And then Death cruises by on horseback.
Yes.
Again, I didn't laugh.
Wasn't funny.
Oh. I'd be like, dude, there's a little bit left in the back seat that I couldn't quite scoop out. You want to take him with you?
Am I right? Well, and
Am I right, brother? What did they do with Sloppy Jalopy? How are they going to explain any of this?
The town has been destroyed.
Is the National Guard going to be fucking coming at some point with literally planes are landed? Whole planes are landed. 3/4 of the town is dead.
Yes, easily. There was a funny adjacent moment. And again, it was that funny thing. It's funny because it's so gory. Where they talk about how the uncle, they turned the key because the psychotic brother was like, hey, let's just turn the key and see what happens. Maybe we're wrong. Smash cut to the uncle's dead. And they said he died. The swinger. We're swingers. He said something like, yeah, we're going to try real hard, but it's going to be pretty bad. Basically, that was his, that's what he told them as a parent. I got a little chuckle out of that. But it cuts to a freakish accident. He's a hunter and he's camping out in the woods, and there was a stampede, and they cut to them opening up his his sleeping bag, and they said it looked like somebody drop kicked a cherry pie, and and it's just like
Scooping it
just
out.
just guts, just smushed. And I was like, and they show like the gore in the sleeping bag for a good long time.
Yeah,
A
it's
good long
basically, it
time.
looks like a good Italian meaty ragu pouring out into a pot.
It was bolognese,
It was
100%.
a beautiful bolognese. Uh, and you can see that they were trying to be funny, and yet I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't laugh. I did not guffaw once.
Right. There were no guffaws. It was guffaw less. And then
It was guffawless.
there was the whole bizarre he's got 1 day a year that he spends with his son because he's concerned that he's just cursed. He doesn't want to
So why
spread
would
the
you
curse.
spend any time?
Right. And then was he married to this woman?
I assume. Well, actually, who knows?
Unclear, because that doesn't seem to make any sense with this. Why would, in his adulthood, when nothing bad seemingly happened for 20 years, why, if he's still now like, I'm only going to see my son 1 day a year, how could he have ever married this, like dated her long enough to where we're engaged, and now we're married, and now we've had a child, and now we're like, that didn't seem to make any sense at all. Unclear.
Really, you only have to have sex once to have a child.
Fair. So that answers that question.
So it's been 10 years. Nobody has the monkey. Why do you think you're cursed? No explanation. Did you notice there was a lot of simian-looking actors in this movie?
There are a few.
Am I crazy, or did you notice that? I'm like, is somebody going to turn into this fucking monkey? His son looked like the fucking monkey. His uncle looked like the fucking monkey. There was a bunch of simian-looking actors in here. I was like,
I would just say a bunch of weird-looking people is how I describe.
simian.
The
The dude from The Hills Have Eyes is a weird-looking dude. This is a bunch of weird-looking people that all weirdly look like a monkey.
Fair enough.
Dude, there's a lot of Monchichi shit going down.
Monchichis. No one even remembers what those are. Sweet Jesus.
They're back, dude. Don't even fool yourself. They're back. You can't get a Labubu, you get a Monchichi.
We didn't talk about that Elijah Wood is in this movie for about 10
That's
minutes.
how you know how short all these little Canadian actors are. Because if Frodo is eyeballing you, you and Eddie Vedder are shopping at the same store.
if you're eye to eye with Elijah Wood, with Frodo Baggins, the only actor in the Lord of the Rings movies where they did not have to use any special effects, he was already just naturally Hobbit sized, and they're like, "We're good to go. We're covered. Stand up next to Ian McKellen. We're good. Let's get this show on the road." Very upsetting. He wasn't that funny either. It was just kind of a weird.
They're again trying to be funny. We're gonna adopt your kid, and he's like some kind of Jesus yoga guru or something. Not funny. Nothing was funny.
I think
not weird in a good way.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
This is why I'm watching it on Hulu and not at the theater. You unfortunately went to the theater. How long ago did you see it?
In January.
Or did it go
in January. I had to watch it again. I remember I didn't love it. That was the thing. And the second viewing definitely reminded me.
Did your kids think it was funny?
No. Lucy left halfway through in the second viewing. Grace wouldn't even sit down and watch it because she knew what it was.
Oh, I thought you saw it at the theater with them.
We did the first viewing back in January.
I was like, your daughter just walked out of the theater and just said, "F this, I'm going to take an Uber home."
She said, "I'll wait in the car, Dad. I'll wait on the curb until the movie's over."
I mean, I went to go see Mission Impossible with the full plan that I was going to eat some nachos and probably just conk out because I couldn't give a fuck, and I'm just going to support a friend who wanted to see this. My plan was just to eat my nachos and go, but I managed to stay awake, and I still hated it.
I did not think it was hate-worthy, but it was by no means the finest entry in the series. So there.
How about this? I hated wasting my time.
Fair. I always like to say to new listeners to our podcast, we don't always hate the movie. Our goal is not to pick movies that we hate and then talk shit about them for 45 minutes. But sometimes we got to call a spade a spade. We got to come correct. We got to let them know.
We want to like them. We
100%.
want. I mean, let's be clear. We love bodies. We
Absolutely.
love Malignant.
Barbarian.
There's a Barbarian. We loved all those. Let
Talk
Me
to
In.
me.
Midsummer.
Did you ever see Eddington, by the way?
No.
It's not as upsetting as those other things, but it goes down it takes a turn towards the end. I will say.
Will it work for the podcast?
No, it's not really a horror movie.
All right,
So.
I do want to see it because who's the director? It's a director I love.
Ari Aster, he's your favorite.
I need me some Ari Aster gear, brother. I do enjoy the Ari Aster. And then tomorrow morning at the crack of dawn, I'll be over like all good Christians watching Weapons at 10 in the morning at my local theater.
I saw it a week, or was it a week ago? 2 weeks ago with Lucy. And we thought it was great. But when it turns towards the gore, I said, when it turns seriously grisly. So get ready. Like Evil Dead. What was that movie? Evil Dead Rises. It gets kind of Evil Dead Rises towards the end. Towards the end. Not all the way through.
It's okay if it's a good movie. Evil Dead Rises sucked, and it was extra gory.
Yes. So just buckle up is all I'm saying.
All right.
And there are laughs in Weapons. Genuine laughs. There you go.
Not
we'll talk
end,
about that.
I'm guessing.
Not as much as you'd think. And we'll talk about that next time. Any last thoughts about The Monkey?
Yeah. I don't recommend it, friend. I mean, there are other shit you can watch on TV.
And I always have to tell people it's The Monkey, not to be confused with the Robbie Williams biopic where he is an anthropomorphic chimpanzee called Better Man, which was surprisingly good. I always tell people that. Even if you don't give a shit about Robbie Williams, which, let's be honest, that's all of America, it was entertaining. That's all I will say about it. So
yeah, I was never going to see that.
Let's go behind the scenes, shall we? And present and winning the Oscar for Most Valuable Monkey. It is Robbie Williams in A Better Man. He won that award. Anyway, here we go. Behind the scenes. According to the director, the decision to have the monkey bang a drum instead of cymbals was due to the rights to the cymbal-banging version being owned by the Walt Disney Company, as the toy had appeared as a character in Toy Story 3.
Dude, that existed long before Disney.
Of
How did they
course.
sweep in and copyright that?
Unclear.
Ooh, those bastards. Nazi Disney.
It's true. Based on the short story from Stephen King's Skeleton Crew, we talked about that. And following the Stephen King tradition, the majority of the movie is set in a town in Maine, USA. There you go.
As opposed to what? Maine, Australia? Or
Correct. Maine, Siberia. Osgood Perkins reveals his approach to the material. I took liberties like a motherfucker. They had a very serious script, very serious. I felt it was too serious, and I told them, this doesn't work for me. This thing with this toy monkey is that people around it all die in insane ways. So I thought, well, I'm an expert on that. Both of my parents died in insane headline-making ways. That is crazy.
Okay. So you're the one who ruined it. Great.
Yes,
Thanks
this
for
was
at
Osgood
least sharing
Perkins.
Thanks, Osgood.
There's a character in the movie referred to as Torrance, alluding to the Torrance family in The Shining.
Okay.
A hotel sign says no food after midnight, which is a reference to Gremlins.
God, I'm so tired of this shit. Is every clever young filmmaker going to be everyone is Mrs. Kruger or all
Yes.
this nonsense?
This
Tell me more, Kevin.
the song that the monkey plays is "I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside." You know that song, don't
Yes,
you?
yes, I do. I do like to be to find the seaside. Na 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 na. Go ahead.
When he looks up monkey in the phone book, one of the other names listed is Mole Man H, referring to the character Hans
The
Mole Man from The
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
See, now that's funny. I wish
That was
I'd
a
seen
deep
that.
Easter egg. Let's look at the cast and crew, shall we?
I mean, could you even see that? They must have flashed that phone book like that.
No, you'd
Hans
never know.
Mole Man and Mrs. Monkey.
Mrs. Monkey. The director and writer, Osgood Perkins. You know him from such things as he's the writer of The Black Coat's Daughter in 2015.
Did
The
not
ri-
see that.
It's on our list, though, I believe.
All right.
Um, he was a writer of I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House. You know
Nobody
it, don't
knows
you?
what
I think
that
it's a
is.
Netflix film.
No, nobody
Uh,
knows.
he starred as Dorky David in 2001's Legally Blonde, which if you watch that, he's one of the lawyers on Reese Witherspoon's team. Legally
All
Blonde,
right.
surprisingly good. I always go to the mat for Legally Blonde.
So
Check
you would
that
say
out.
it's better than the monkey.
I would say that, in fact. In 2002, he played Jonathan in Secretary. You know it, don't you? As an actor, he's always credited as Oz Perkins. As a writer-director, Osgood Perkins. So there
Well,
you
that
go.
sounds stupid.
Fair enough. Let's see. Theo James played Hal and Petey. You know him from such things as Divergent in 2014,
Never saw it.
Insurgent in 2015, Allegiant in 2016, How It
Is
Ends in
that the
2018.
maze? Oh, I guess that's Maze Runner.
That's the Maze Runner. This is before the Maze Runner.
All right.
Let's see, what would you? We watched on Amazon Prime this British period piece called Sanditon, and he was in the first season of Sanditon. It was kind of a Jane Austen kind of a show, and then he left
All
after the
right.
first season. I don't know why.
Because he had this coming out, so he knew he was going to be banking the cash.
Could be. Tatiana Maslany played Lois, the mom. You know her from 8 episodes of Perry Mason in 2020.
I could not get into that.
She was in 50 episodes of Orphan Black, playing a variety of characters from 2013 to 2017.
All right.
She was in Stronger in 2017. She was in Destroyer in 2018. I'm unfamiliar with any of these things. And in 2022, she was in 9 episodes of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, playing She-Hulk.
It sounds amusing. Never heard of it.
It's a comic book character.
Honestly, if
Yes.
they went with like a Xena Warrior Princess kind of way, it would be amusing.
I agree. Adam Scott played Captain Petey Shelbourne. You know him from 96 episodes of Parks and Recreation,
Ugh.
20 episodes of Severance, and my children say that they love Severance. I've never seen it. You seen
It's
Severance?
on Apple, so I can't
Oh.
watch it.
That explains it. He was in 26 episodes of Party Down, and he played Derek in Step Brothers. You ever see Step Brothers?
Is that the one with the dude
It's
and
Will Ferrell. Yeah, and John C. Reilly were their Step Brothers.
I
How about
did
that?
see that, but like 100 years ago.
Let's see. I said that one. Elijah Wood played Ted in 2 minutes of this movie.
Yep.
You know him from Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings in 2001, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers in 2002, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King 2003, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind in 2004.
One of the greatest films ever made.
It is good. It's quite good. Osgood Perkins played Uncle Chip, where he was killed, and Sarah Levy played Aunt Ida. We talked about her from Schitt's Creek. I think that's about everybody. Anybody else you want to know about?
I did not put together that was her. I did not recognize her.
Because she's got like weird glasses and a weird hairstyle.
Totally. And I've seen Schitt's Creek over and over and over. I love Schitt's Creek.
The issue is she's not like the star of Schitt's Creek. She's just kind of one of the townies that pops up every now and again.
No. I mean, I have seen it at least the whole series at least 4 times. So
oh, really? Look at you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the rating, shall we? The Monkey currently has on Rotten Tomatoes 77% fresh certified.
I am guessing the whole audience is 14 years old. That's the only explanation.
What do you think the audience gave it?
That the audience gave it a 58.
55. Boom. Not a high score.
I'm sorry. I wasn't even listening to you. Critics gave it a 70s?
Critics gave it a 77.
That's bullshit.
That crazy?
This is why it's a scam. Scam.
Let's look at the top critics, shall we?
There was a time that people listened to critics, and I think this is why nobody listens to critics. That's why you can't come up with any great top critics.
Well, and as you know, people don't like Rotten Tomatoes as much anymore for a variety of reasons. They feel first of all, people don't understand how it works, right? Second of all, it's like they feel that it kills a movie before it even has a chance to actually find its audience. Right?
How long is it going to sit in the theater before it finds an audience?
That's a question.
That's called fucking marketing.
Well, but certain few films, rare films, word of mouth is so powerful it can overcome bad reviews. But most of us, we don't have the time, so we just look at Rotten Tomatoes and go, "Oh, it's a 56, I'm out," and don't even bother.
I got to tell you. I mean, my town is 500,000 people, but we're not butted up against other towns. And we have like 6 theaters. Some of these films come and go in a week.
That's true.
So it's not like, oh, Rotten Tomatoes said it was great, but it needed 12 weeks for people to start realizing. No, those are the films. If you're that slow a burn, people are going to discover you once you start streaming.
Fair enough.
No one simmers at the theater anymore.
Clearly not. No. Peter Travers of ABC News had this to say about The Monkey. Theo James plays twin brothers on the run from a toy monkey with blood-splattering murder on its mind. Director Oz Perkins doesn't disappoint with his ferociously funny take on Stephen King's short story, even if it never reaches the horror heights. That's a positive review.
Not funny, and the monkey has nothing on its mind. The monkey does not have horror on its mind.
Fair enough.
The monkey it could be a computer. The monkey could be anything. The monkey itself, it's like the shark. It's like a shark. We're reading Jaws. It's not plotting or anything. It's mindless.
Correct. Like I said, it's a loaded gun.
Yeah.
Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times says, everyone knows this is a gory B movie where taste is not an issue, but they play their roles accordingly. 3 out of 4. So that explains some shit.
They play their roles accordingly. So they read the script. Okay. Good. That's the best we can say about that.
Let's talk to
what kind of a world
are we living in? Let's talk to our resident in-house movie critic, AI Rex Reed. What does he have to say
Rex
about
Reed,
this?
don't let me down, bro. It's all resting on your shoulders, if you had any.
If you had any shoulders. The monkey is Stephen King at its most banana-brained, a killer cymbal clapping toy that clangs louder than the plot, leaving you wishing someone had just taken out the batteries.
Now, my brother, clearly you
Yes.
should have pre-read this because it's a review of the story, not the movie.
What are you talking about?
There's no cymbal clapping.
Oh, shit! Rex Reed! Rex Reed! AI,
Rex
see?
Reed, you bastard!
You let us down. You let us down. What can I say about that? God damn you, Rex Reed. This is why my kids hate AI. They say it's ruining the world, and they mock me. People are like, you're using AI? I'm out. But that's the thing. You get burned sometimes when you do AI. So thank you for that. But no thanks.
The thing about AI, what it's ruining is our brains because now no one fact checks AI. AI just vomits up what is out on the internet.
Correct.
Good, bad. It does not have the ability to discern good information from bad.
Do you know who has 2 thumbs and doesn't fact check AI? This guy right here.
That's it.
This guy
That's
right here.
my brother.
It's a sad, sad situation.
I mean, use it to write a letter of recommendation. Use it to word a tricky email. Don't use it for facts and that information.
Fair enough. Aaron, what is your rating?
It's Rex Reed AI.
What is your rating for
my rating with this Osgood Perkins, who throwing your name around left and right like you're Ari Aster? You are not, sir. You are not Ari Aster.
You're no Ari Aster. I know Ari Aster, and you are
I
no
know Ari Aster, and sir, you are not Ari Aster. I mean, your other film was fine. This just, oh my God, the funny parts weren't funny. I mean, I see what you wanted to do, but you did not do it. And we're gonna give you some slack this time. You fucked me a third time. That's it. We're done forever.
What is your rating?
My rating, first the ranting, then the rating.
Okay.
It's not bad enough to be a 2.5, so I'm gonna give it a 3. Yeah, it just didn't do what it was supposed to do, which was entertain me.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. It's kind of like you said. I don't think it was ever trying to be scary. Truly, I think they took like the story, which is ostensibly a horror story, and then just said, "This is the playground upon which I will play," and then tried to put comedy into it. But I just didn't think the comedy was particularly funny. So there it is. There it is.
I mean, if you want to be weird like the Frighteners, I feel like they were trying to do some kind of a Frightener thing almost, but that was kind of funny.
It's gotta be funny.
That wasn't the greatest film ever, but if you'd gone that way, maybe, but it just wasn't funny. I can't even tell you. It's like that shit should have landed, but somehow you messed it all up. It did not land.
Fair enough. Any last thoughts before we move on with our lives, Aaron?
I have already forgotten what this movie is. What are we recording? I am clearing space for the next movie because I don't need to remember anything about this.
Fair enough. So, thank you very much. You can go to find us across the social media landscape. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. We're also on YouTube in case you want to see our smiling faces.
If I'd found my monkey in advance, you'd hear that clapping away, but
Shock the monkey. I thought they should have had more monkey music in it, like Peter Gabriel, Shock the Monkey, Wham's, Won't You Set That Monkey Free, Always Getting Into It. Do you love the monkey or do you love me?
Brass monkey, that funky monkey.
That's
and
the
then
Beastie
in the background,
Boys, by the way.
The Beastie Boys, you're right. I almost said Beastie Boys. I'm like, that don't sound right. But okay, anyway. And in the background, old Saturday Night Live rerun, Do You Want to Touch My Monkey?
Absolutely. This is the time on Sprockets when we dance.
Sprockets. We dance.
We're
That should
also
have been your theme for your birthday.
Perhaps.
Sprockets.
You can email us the podcast that wouldn't die at Gmail.
Email.
We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
You didn't
anywhere
give the address. You just said email them at Gmail.
Oh, the podcast that wouldn't die at Gmail. In case
Gmail.
You're like, damn it, I had some shit I was going to email, and now I can't do it, K-Dog. Thanks for that. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You know where any place you can get a goddamn podcast, we're probably on it. So there you have it.
Probably.
Aaron, probably. No promises. Aaron, what is your social media situation? What's the latest?
I'm on the gram. The Cult of Aaron. I have artwork on Artsy and First Dibs, Instagram gallery. Check it out. Polaroid Queen right here.
Boom shakalaka. As you know, we like to share our friends and family's thoughts and feelings across the social media landscape. Aaron, what's the street saying?
I'm going to tell you. This time it's not family. Well, not that it ever is. This is relating to Deep Star 6. Richard Roberts says, fantastic movie. I loved everything about this movie. The guy getting bitten in half in the pressure suit was great.
Agree to disagree.
And Brian Rowe, fun fact, best non-series movie marathon, Deep Star 6, Leviathan Sphere, The Abyss, and Deep Rising.
Okay. I could see that. I want to do Leviathan and Abyss at some point, but the other ones, maybe Deep Rising. Unlikely we're ever going to do Sphere. So thank you very much for sharing those thoughts and feelings, people's insights. Next week, we're doing a movie that's actually still in theaters. When this comes out, I don't know if it'll still be in theaters. Unlikely, but we'll see. We are doing Weapons with Josh Brolin is in this thing. We've got the chick who plays the Silver Surfer and who was in Ozark. She's in this thing. Who else?
I just think you're saying sounds now. I don't
These
even
are just
know
sounds. A lot of people you may recognize. So you probably have to go out to theaters to see this. So
yes.
Enjoy. I saw it a couple weeks ago. Aaron's seeing it tomorrow, and we're going to talk about it next week. So send in any favorite scenes, favorite quotes, comments, and questions, and we may talk about it on the show. So thank you very much, and be well.